Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another Street Fighter vs Naruto video, and this time we have the main character of the Street Fighter series, Ryu, going up against Might Guy. Now, obviously both of these characters focus on hand-to-hand combat. It's kind of why I picked them, it's kind of why I didn't go on Ryu versus Naruto. I don't think that video is too necessary, but if you guys do want to see that one, I can do that one if you guys are interested in seeing that after we're done talking about this. Or if you want to see Guy fight somebody else in the Street Fighter series, just let me know down below. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. And we're going to first talk about Ryu and his skill as a fighter, because I think this is important when it comes to hand-to-hand combat type of battles. Obviously, if one of them doesn't just speed blitz or, has durability to the point they can't be harmed. But first of all, we have Ryu, who's a master martial artist. Obviously, he has gotten to, if not, in fact, he has surpassed the likes of those like Akuma and Goken, if we go by the Udon comic books. Yes, I know they're canon, non-canon. Please don't put that in the comment section below. It's a waste of your time. I like talking about Udon comics, so we're more than likely going to look at that Ryu, so too bad. He has surpassed guys like Akuma and Goken, who in their own right are masters of martial arts, multiple different martial arts. In fact, Akuma is pretty much the god of martial arts in the Street Fighter franchise, probably aside from Oro. So let's go ahead and talk about my man's durability here. And first of all, we're going to talk about the fact that he can tank hits from Balrog. Balrog is somebody who's capable of knocking out elephants, attacking guys like Zangief. Balrog is extremely powerful. He's one of the heaviest hitters in the series, aside from probably the martial arts masters. Balrog is up there, and Ryu is able to take a beating from this man and pretty much be okay and reverse the tides on the battle and get the win. Another durability feat that Ryu has is that he survived, in fact tanked, a Yoga Flame from Dalsum. Dalsum's abilities are strong enough to destroy or match a cannon that was likely going to destroy an entire city, and Ryu is able to tank these lesser blasts, to be fair, but still very impressive from somebody like Dalsum, who we see later on in Street Fighter V is able to defeat guys like Necalli, who are able to best Ryu at an earlier point, so very impressive. As far as Ryu's speed goes, well, first of all, he's faster than Blanca, who moves at lightning speeds. This is pretty casual for Ryu, as is for most characters in the Street Fighter series, as Blanca's not necessarily a top tier even with that speed, so that's very impressive as well. The next speed feat we have is the fact that he is able to move faster than M. Bison, who's able to move just as fast as a laser that is moving at relativistic speeds, making Ryu relativistic plus. Another very impressive feat. The important thing to consider about this M. Bison feat is that it is a weaker M. Bison. It is actually weaker than the M. Bison we see in Street Fighter V, and that Street Fighter V M. Bison is easily defeated by Ryu with a single Hadouken, not even one of his strongest attacks. When we talk about Ryu's kind of mindset, we have his infinite peace. He kind of fights like an Ultra Instinct Goku, where nothing phases him, nothing stresses him out. He's at peace 100% of the time. Now, we don't really know to what extent this is. We haven't seen Ryu truly struggle with that new power of nothingness, but we know with this power of nothingness, he's able to fight Oni Akuma, a stronger version than the Shin Akuma, which was able to leap into orbit and destroy an entire meteor that's going to wipe out the continent. For scaling purposes, Akuma leaping into orbit as fast as he did would easily put him at light speeds casually in Shin Akuma form. He gets even stronger with the Oni form, which Ryu defeats. I'll get back to that ridiculous feat, but for now let's ease into it a little bit. For one, Ryu is able to take hits from an Akuma that can shatter an entire island back when he was about, 26 years old, and was, kind of kickstarting his training. He was still able to take these blows. Then he was able to obviously get even stronger by a landslide as the series goes on. Now, back to the Akuma destroying the meteor feat. This is crazy because it was going to destroy the entire country. And on top of that, this isn't nothing new exactly, as M. Bison was able to do the same, which Ryu actually defeated. So if anything, Ryu's actually able to one-shot somebody who with that level of power. Also, for those who are interested, Akuma is able to destroy a volcano and erupt it during his battle with Oro, if you're interested in that. But now that that's done, let's move on to Might Guy. So talking about his skill, Might Guy is probably the most elite hand-to-hand fighter in the entire franchise. I can hear arguments for Asuma or Rock Lee or Kakashi, but I think overall Guy is the one. Maybe Naruto. Maybe Naruto surpasses him. I'm okay with that, but I'm just going to lean with Guy, for the sake of it sounding cool. So let's talk about this guy's speed. He was able to surpass Kakashi, who Kakashi as a little boy was able to cut a lightning bolt, already being lightning speed when he was a little kid, and Guy far surpasses that, already surpassing basically that Blanca level of speed that we talked about earlier. This all actually isn't too surprising when you consider Rock Lee was able to surpass sound speed Guy's when he was a little kid too, and he's Guy's student, basically a baby in his training. He could match those sound speeds even in base form, so Guy getting to that level is not crazy at all. But let's talk about the really impressive part, and that is the fact that he was able to intercept Haku. Now Haku stated to move at the speed of light when protecting those he cares about, and that is exactly what he was doing when Guy was able to intercept them. Now you can argue maybe it's not the mental boost, so it's not exactly light speed, but even if you calc it at something like lightning speed, Guy was able to intercept it in base form. Some would argue it's even relativistic speeds, and Guy was still able to intercept it. You don't believe it? He's also able to move alongside Kakashi in the battle against Obito, putting him at ridiculous amounts of speed as well. Now, how durable is Might Guy? Might Guy is able to take a direct blow by Kisame, who is able to damage Killer B of all people. One of the most durable guys in the series. He's not exactly like a Gaara with his sand shields or like a Bijou or anything, as at least in his base form, but it's still very impressive as well. I would probably put Killer B around Kakuzu plus levels of durability. This guy can take lightning blades, or not take a lightning blade. It's Kakuzu fucking died, but the Asura Path took a lightning blade, and I would put Killer B over him in durability. But what about that sweet, sweet attack power? Well, one, he's able to damage some of the Bijou. The Bijou are, at least the Eight-Tails, he's talked about how he fought the Third Raikage. The Third Raikage being really powerful. These Bijou are able to destroy islands, countries. They are extremely powerful, and Might Guy is able to damage them consistently. What's more, with Hiragori is able to damage and drag a Madara Susanoo. If the Madara Susanoo is assumed to be even stronger than Sasuke's, that's very impressive. All these feats are easily putting Guy at that kind of island to maybe city level, country level, even if you want to highball it with the Bijou bombs and shit like that, and he's able to damage Susanoo. It's kind of unclear whether a Bijou bomb would actually destroy Susanoo or not, but take that as you will. But what's more important is the Night Guy form. The Night Guy form is obviously Guy's final form. It is limited, however, very, very powerful. By this point in the series, Madara is easily moving at more than likely light speeds, casually. And Might Guy is able to fight him. Now, granted, he can't really reach Madara, but considering the Raikage with his lariat is light speed and Haku and protecting people with light speed, it's kind of crazy to say that Madara in Six Paths isn't light speed, and Guy is able to match that, so that would easily put Guy up there too. What's more impressive is that Guy's actually able to almost kill this Madara who's able to casually tank Bijou level attacks. These are island to country level attacks casually, and Might Guy is almost able to kill him. This would put Might Guy's attack potency at a ridiculous amount. You're probably encroaching that multi-continental levels of power. It's crazy. So let's actually talk about the matchup here. Now, when it comes to martial arts training, I think Ryu eclipses Guy. While Guy is very impressive and one of the best in his show, no one in Naruto is necessarily a martial arts combatant. There's strategists, and there's very good strategists, but I don't think Guy is one of the best of them. Not even close. Some will bring up the fact that he can fight just by looking at people's feet, but that's very niche for the Sharingan and not very useful in really any other battle, and that's the best Guy has done, and likely it took him a very long time to even master that kind of fighting style. But let's talk about their durabilities. First of all, Ryu's durability is likely on that continental tier, considering the fact that Akuma is able to destroy a meteor casually in the Shin Akuma form, which isn't as strong as the form Ryu defeated. So that must tell me that, well, if Ryu is able to tank hits from a stronger Akuma, that must put his durability at Continental Plus. This is higher than Guy's, as Guy in Night Guy doesn't really display a lot of durability feats here, as Madara doesn't really hit him. It's also hard to gauge because Madara is trying to hit him with the Truth Seeker orbs, which disintegrate anything they touch anyway, so even if it does kill him, it's not really a negative on Guy because it's a hacks-based ability. The only thing we could really go off of is that Guy is able to take hits from the Bijou maybe, and that would really at best put him at like Island Plus. The next thing we're going to talk about is the speed levels. Both of them reach light speeds. As Akuma leaping into orbit as fast as he did, again Shin Akuma form, that would put Ryu at light speed plus. But Guy's also the same way. Madara moves casually faster than those like Haku and the Raikage, and Guy's able to match him. That would also put him at light speed plus. The problem here is finding out just how fast they are, because it's not easy to calc since none of them have necessarily any multipliers. But the next thing we're going to talk about is Ryu and Guy's strength levels, and both of them also land at multi-continental levels of power. Maybe Guy more so than Ryu, because Guy is well stronger than a lot of the Bijou, while all we know about Ryu is that he's stronger than Shin Akuma, which destroyed a meteor that again was going to destroy a continent. That would put maybe Ryu at continent, maybe like 2 or 3 of them, but we know that Guy is well above that. So that would put Guy slightly stronger than Ryu, Ryu slightly durable than Guy, and both of them equal in light speeds. The problem comes in this. Guy's attacks are limited, and Ryu's are endless. On top of that, Ryu's not only the better martial artist, but because of his calm nature, he's never going to be flustered in battle. This gives Ryu a huge advantage in mindset and skill.
And for that reason, I have to give the win to Ryu. My Guy's abilities are great, but they're a lot similar to Ryu's, like how Ryu can manipulate fire at times, just like Asaku Jaku. I think it's a high diff fight, which is why I kind of said doing the Naruto one would be a little pointless, but yeah. That is your answer. I have Ryu winning this battle. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with this, or do you think my Guy would take the victory? Let me know down below, and like usual, like, subscribe, comment, do the usual. Watch my other videos. I have other Street Fighter vs. Naruto videos that you guys can check out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out. Bye.